We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index. We're also going to break down what happened here with Bitcoin and the overall crypto markets and what type of headlines are coming out here talking about FTX and Binance. But today within the volatility, our SPY bot presented opportunities in both directions, and our SPY bot at 10:15 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, the inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus. And later in the afternoon at 1:25 p.m., our SPY bot sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY. We're going to talk about the stock market, the crypto market, and how indirectly it was all affected within today's volatility. But before we do, I would like to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity over the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of our growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Apple bot. Our Apple bot at 1:25 p.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, the outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. And you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, getting connected over to our 42 vision indicator. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, and here we are with Bitcoin, both of them falling very rapidly around the middle of the day and towards the second half of the day when it comes to the end of the market hours, right? The SPY actually ended up closing, trying to bring itself back up, but in a point of volatility here, where is it really going to bring itself back up, or is it going to get dragged down again with the consistent weakness that Bitcoin is showing so far? Because Bitcoin dropped over $2,000 and even hit briefly a new low for the year after the FTX token plunges more than 75% in the broad crypto sell-off. Now, this is very interesting because it was all due to a liquidity quote-unquote crunch. Now, how many other platforms may be in this position? And think about it. FTX within the last year has gone out of their way to save or buy up other crypto platforms so that they do not go under. And now FTX has gone under with them. Now, what's going on is they're actually asking, literally, that's what the notes are showing. And then everything that's coming out is basically stating that Sam reached out to Binance, and Binance may acquire the competitor FTX, and they call it a duel for the digital asset market here in this article, but that's not what it's about in this situation right now. This is about actually people on the FTX platform getting saved by the liquidity crunch issue if Binance buys out FTX. If FTX does not get bought out by Binance, that is going to be a whole nother issue for FTX. Now, this is not currently an actual concrete guaranteed information. It's all being done so far, and within the day Sam has been updating its holders and FTX members, right, people that are on the FTX platform, about there's not enough information just yet, this is what's going on, and that he'll update accordingly, right? So this is all speculation and hype right now, and we're going to break down what's going on within the charts and what to look for and what our inflow versus outflow is showing. And if you trade the markets and the crypto markets, you're going to want to tune in for this. If you just trade the markets, well, this is going to be informational, and you're going to see how both are correlating, right, indirectly. So let's go ahead and pull up here the inflow versus outflow and the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together by using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, and you can see how the outflows began here around the middle of the day, got that bear indicator pretty quickly there. And same thing with Bitcoin here, right? Towards the beginning of the day, it was trying to hold itself up. It actually started to fall, and then it pulled itself back up and quickly started to lose traction, right? It was a slight little drop off here, but where it started to accelerate is when the information started to go around. And at first, the crypto markets looked at it as great news, like, okay, the problem's going to get solved because Binance is going to acquire FTX, but there's a lot of gray area, right? Not enough information just yet. And here we are with the outflows dominating here. As you could see it, they got crossed, and also it hit a new 52-week low here just about a few hours later. Now, it's trying to bounce back up, yet it's still down nearly $1,000 to $2,000 from the high of the beginning of the day, and even at the highest point of the day before the fall. So this is going to be important to keep in mind how fast things got moving here and how this could affect going into the next few days and overall markets, especially the SPY and the overall market of the stock market, because they have indirect correlations. So if you guys made it this far into the video, I want to go ahead and ask you guys, do you think that they're both going to get pulled down together, or the overreaction is over with? It's in the past. Bitcoin already bottomed out, and this is no longer going to be a worry of it bottoming out even lower because it bounced right off of it? Or do you think that this is going to imply some type of weakness and tightness of actually bringing itself back down to retest it and eventually also roll over that weakness into the SPY? And I'm going to show you guys what our inflow versus outflow is showing, but I would like to ask you guys, and some people are even comparing this to Terra Luna, right? When it fell, and a lot of people have been talking about a big crypto giant is going to eventually fall, and that will create the capitulation or the possible bottoming effect on crypto in the weeks or months to come. We don't know just yet. The Fed is still tightening. That's another thing to worry about as well on the outside of things, but this is happening right now. This is the fresh news, and it's creating uncertainty and doubt. And I would like to ask you guys, what are your thoughts, right? Have we bottomed, or it could be the beginning of trying to retest the bottom or an even newer bottom? So the support here for Bitcoin will be critical, and that's $17,000. I would just round that down, and that would be a new low if it hits 17,000 or anything below it. You could see how quickly those outflows crossed the midpoint there. They're trying to come back up, and as you could see, they've actually started to begin growing back up towards it. But until it crosses the midpoint, we will not see this actually significantly go higher. And if it rejects it and comes back down slowly, that could go ahead and allow this to retest those lows or even hit newer lows. And right now, we're still under a bear indicator, no bull indicator on the 15-minute. But if you zoom out to the 1 day, those outflows, they just got a bear indicator and they crossed down to the downside. And on the 1 week chart, it had just crossed over with inflows for the first time in weeks and months, guys. And here we are with it pulling back down. And if these outflows cross back down to the downside, it will quickly start to reflect in the charts. And you could see here under 42 vision, we have hit dip areas here, but we've been under a bear indicator since way up here at 49,000 since the moment those outflows crossed back here in December of 2021, and they've been below all this time. This is the first time the inflows cross and quickly getting rejected from 21,000, and it hasn't crossed back down. But if it follows into the next few weeks and those outflows cross, I'm going to be watching that very carefully. It could start reflecting very, very fast into the charts, and we could retest the bottom or even newer bottoms. So something to not ignore and something to keep in mind. Now on the SPY, right, we could see here that it hit a low here within the volatility of 377. That is going to be a critical support level. I'm going to be watching these inflow versus outflows on the 15-minute, but on the one-day chart, we just got a bull indicator recently. We fell down towards the 369 mark. It's pulling back up, but it's above the midpoint still, but outflows have began. If this continues and crosses the midpoint, that will be crucial and critical to break this run here, and it could bring it right back down to retest the lows or even newer lows. And we've been talking about the SPY and the S&P 500, how it's been reacting and what's going on with it, and how the resistance of 388, 390 are crucial. If it rejects again or anything below it, it could quickly go back down to the 360s or even newer lows. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below, how you feel about these key levels and where do you see things going. Do you think that they're both going to get pulled down, or it's the end of it, they bottomed out and it could just bounce back up from here? There's still a lot of uncertainty, not enough clarity, and right now it's not guaranteed that Binance will buy out FTX, but that is the speculation and the information so far that also the FTX CEO has shown us, right? And he's working on it. We'll see what happens. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.